Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Guli. So today we'll be finally learning how to cut this cam collar shirt with a back slit. So I'll be using 1.1.5 years of material for this tutorial because it will not be enough for the shirt. So I'll combine it with a black material, and that is it. So let's get started. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button. I'm just doing the cutting parts. I'll make another video for the joining. For the overlap, it will lap on each other. It will lap or wrap on each other. That is it. It will lap. Then if you open it up, you will not be seeing the inside. So you can bring out 3 inches, 3.5, or I prefer my closing very well. So I'm bringing out 4 inches. So after folding it, you bring out the 4 inches. Measure to be sure if it's up to 4 inches. This is 4 inches. This is 4 inches. Perfect. Perfect. We want to hold it down with a pin so that it doesn't shift. This is for the overlapping, so that's why I brought 4 inches out, because I want it to lap very well. I want it to lap very well. So the next thing is to take your measurements. Top, you make a line for your starting point. Seems this place is not okay, so I'll just draw my line where I'll start taking my measurements from. I think I'll go with the pen. Just draw where my lines will start from, and this is it. My lines will start from here. So this is where I'll start taking my measurements from. Sorry that I used the pen. So this is it. I'll take my top length. I want my top length to be, I want it to be long, so I'll use 30 inches. I'll use 30 inches for my length. With the allowance and everything will be 30. Because I want it to cover. It's a short, so you need something that will cover your butt. I want to cover my butt. So I'll get 30 with allowance and everything will be 30. And here the back will be longer than the front. So I'm getting my 30. This is the line for my 30. I'll get 30. 30 here. I'll get 30 from that 30 line. I'll take my 30 from the length of my top, because I want it to be long. So after joining everything, I'll have 29. I'll just try and join it with 1 inch. So the next thing to do is you don't really need your waist measurements, but let's get our waist length. That is 16 for the waist length, or you can use 15 and a half for the waist. So next you take your shoulder measurements. Please, this is where you start taking your measurements from. Here. This is the place you start taking your measurements from. Make sure that you have up to 4 inches. So this is where you place and take your measurement. So I'll take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5, 7.5. So I'll go down by 1.5 inches or 1 inch. I prefer using 1 inch. So from that 1 inch, I'll go down by 8 inches. That is my chest line. That is my chest line. So from my chest line, I'll take my measurement. This way I'm taking my measurement. My bust is 39. That is divided by 4. That is 9.25. 9.75. I want it to be very, very free on me. I make for clients, I'm making for myself this time. So I want it to be very free on me. Very, very free on me. I'm adding up to 4 inches. I'm adding 4 inches allowance. So I have a total of 13 points. So you get the waist, and I don't want it to have any waist curve. So I just, whatever I have here, after getting my bust measurement, I added 4 inches. So everything is 13.75. So I'll just bring it down to the waist. Then got my hip measurement, added 3.5. Just take it down. I want it to be a straight up. A straight up. There's no point. So for the neckline. So for the neckline here, I'll use 2.6. Oh, sorry. For the neck wideness, for the wideness of the neck. For the neck width, sorry, I'll use 2.5. You still take your measurement here. I'll use 2.5. For the back, I'll use 1. This is a shirt, so I'll use 1 for the back. For the front, I'll use 3. You can use 2.5 if your material is a bit stretchy. So this is it. I'll just cut the back, then cut the front too. Cut the back and the front. Okay, so I'll connect my next loop. Then cut my ankle, I'll get the middle of my this, which is 4. I'll get 4. You come in by 1 inch for the front. Then I'll do my armhole curve. I'll do my armhole curve this way. Do your armhole curve. Then you do your front armhole curve and just connect to that 1.5, then connect it to the back. That is it. So because the top, I want it to be curvy at the down part, so you get the middle of this your down part. That is 14.5. Just divide it this way. So you go up by 1 inch or 1.5. I don't go in by 1 inch, or you can go by 1.5. You connect with the curve down to this place. But sometimes I do it up to this place because I still want here to have that curve, not just the side. So I just curve this way. I'm going in, let's just say that I went up by 1.5. Do it with the curve because I still want the front to have that pointy something. So this is it, this way. This way. This way. We are done. I'll just cut it out. I'll cut it out. So this is the front. The front is ready. I'll hold it down with the pin. What is going on with that? So here is the front. I'm not going to, I'll just place it and cut out the back. We don't have enough material left. We don't have enough left. So I'll try and manage it. Said I'll not use the slit. That slit I wanted to use for. I'll just try and manage it. So what you do next is to cut out the back. Remember that I said at the back you cut it on a pattern paper. But I don't have a pattern paper here, so I'll use a lining to draft it out. I'll use it. So this is the pattern for the back. Remember that I said I want the back to be a bit longer than the front. Why you are wondering, just place the front to cut out the back. Just place the front on the back. Here, for the back, remember that it has a slit. The back is open, so you bring out 2 inches. For the, like, assuming you're bringing, just see as if you're bringing out a buttonhole casing, okay? Just see it as if you're making a front pattern shirt. You bring out 2 inches. You place your front this way. Make sure you have 2 inches. This is for the back. Yes, I'm drafting the back and I'm bringing out 2 inches allowance. 2 inches allowance. I'm bringing out 2 inches allowance. Yes, make sure you have up to 2 inches. So, because I want the back to be a bit longer than the front. So from this here, I'll go down by 3 inches. If your fabric is enough, you can go down by 4 inches. Let me just do 4. If it's not enough, I'll bring it off. I'll go by 4 inches. So I'll just extend my 4 inches this way. Extend it this way. Here remember that this part is up. So you just extend your 4 inches. Here you will not go down by 4 inches. Here should be equal. So you just draw this line here to meet with that 4 inches. I don't know if you are getting what I'm doing. Here I came down by 4 inches. I did 3. Let me just use 3. You take your 3 here. So instead of taking 3 here the back, remember the side, both sides should be equal. So you will not go down by 3. You just from this line, take this line, exactly what you want. Just make it to meet that 3 inches. This place should be equal because this is the side. Sides should be equal. So this is your 3 inches. Here we have the back. I'll just make sure that this place is equal. That my 2 inches is equal. If you know, place it very well. So just extend it this way. Extend it this way to know where your 2 inches is, so that you will notch it. There's your notch 2 inches. This place is here. So you just cut it out. Cut exactly all this part. Everything will be the same. The only difference here is that this place you bring out 2 inches. So you just cut exactly what you have, starting from here. So you cut. Here's the neckline. still have to just cut it out. So here is the back neckline. We are done cutting it. So I just get there. So I put this aside and cut out the front neckline. So I'll cut out the front neckline. So here it is. You notch on this. Here, remember this is your 4 inches line. You notch on it. You notch on it on this place here. You notch on it. Please make a notch here. Here too, you notch on it. So for the equal. Check if you have 4 inches. You notch on the 4 inches, then open it up to cut out your front armhole. That is it for the front. Please make a notch. It is necessary. It's very important you make a notch. That notch, make a notch, then slit it open it up. Don't cut, just slit it open. That is it for the front. So I'll make a separate video on how to join it or how to cut the collar after joining it. That is it. So let's cut out the back. So for the back, you place it this way. You place the back. You come down by, let me just use 9. My chest line is 8, so let me just use 9. See, please, this is where you place your tape. Don't place it here. Remember that it's -1 inch, or even if you must place it there, you have to remove 1 to come down by 9, which will not still give you that accurate answer. So from here, just take your 9 inches. Just take your 9 from there. Then just extend the line. This is where we start our cutting. Just extend it. Here we have it. Here. Remember our 2 inches. Remember that we have 2 inches. So here is our 2 inches. So you just cut it open. Cut it open. Then you slit this part open. You slit it open. That is if you have a double piece. You slit it open. So for me there's no point slitting it. If you're working on your pattern paper, you slit it open. Slit here open. So notch on that 2 inches. So place this on the fabric, on your main fabric, then cut exactly the same thing you have to. So for the back, let me cut exactly the same thing. So you place it, cut exactly the same thing. Here's the back. Here's the back. Here's the back. Two back. You put aside. Now to cut the upper parts. Now to cut the upper. To cut out the upper part, you place your fabric on fold. Then you take the back part. You place it on the material. Please remember that we added 2 inches. Now you don't have to cut it. You just have to remove that 2 inches. Look at the way I'm placing it. You remove your 2 inches. The upper part, you don't need the 2 inches. Remove it. Just measure it and remove it. Don't cut it on the upper part. This is why you need a pattern paper. So you just place it, remove the 2 inches and cut exactly the same thing. Exactly. It's only this the upper part that has a slit. Sorry, it's only this downside that has a slit, so you don't need the slit for the upper part. So you just cut, then extend it by, you need to leave ½ inch joining allowance at the down part. I forgot to leave it. Then for this edge, the armhole part, you leave ½ inch so that you won't run shortage of material or something when you are joining it. So that is it for the back. You just cut it out and we are done. Notch the center. 1 inch. So I really mistake already, but I'll just correct it down. So but add ½ inch joining allowance here. That is the only mistake. Yeah, we gotta cut the neckline. You're not going to slit here open. You're not going to slit here open. Don't open here. Yeah, you should also add an allowance here. Maybe ½ inch joining allowance. I didn't add everything, but it will not still be short. Yeah, because that 9 inches has covered it already. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't open it. Don't open it. Don't open it. So here is how you would. Alright, I'll make a separate video on how to join it because you need to watch the video on how to join. So now for the sleeve, let's cut out the sleeve. Remember that we're still going to use this, and I don't have the fabric again, so I'll manage this and still have to use it to cut out the collar. I'll make a 3/4 sleeve. So whatever length I have here, that's what I'm going to use. Whatever length I have here, I have 20, which is perfect. I have 20. I have 19. It doesn't matter. 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 So where is the armhole? You measure the armhole. Yeah, measure it. Measure around the armhole. Measure around your armhole. Do you know how many I have? I have 13.25. 13.25, which is so wide. I hope this will be enough. So just. So the round armhole is 13.25. So I'll put my fabric on fold, then come down. I went down by 5 inches. Then I did a slant S. I used a slant S for the armhole curve. I used a slant S. Then I'll measure that 13. I'll measure around to get that 13.5, and I have 13.5, which is perfect. So I'll just extend it a bit down, then take the length of my sleeve, which is 20. That is, I said whatever I have, that is what I'm going to use as the length, and I had 20, so I used it. Then I extended the lines very well. So I got I measured again to get the middle of my armhole. That is 13.5. I got the middle of 13.5. From there I went down by ½ inch. That is the armhole. That is the armhole curve. Then I tried to make the armhole curve, the front armhole curve, and that was it. So my round sleeve is 13, and this is a free sleeve. It will be a free sleeve. So I got my 13 divided by 2. Then I added extra 2 inches allowance because I want it to be free. From that down, I brought it, I connected it with a slant line that will be okay. Then for the place that the sleeve will stop, I don't really know the measurement that it will be perfect, but I used 8, then added another 1 inch allowance, and this is it for the sleeve. So I'll just cut it out, cut on the back armhole, then use it to cut out the front, to use it to cut out the other arm, the second sleeve, then open it up, and that is it for the sleeve. For me to cut, I need to join the two shoulders. I need to join the upper part, that is the front, the back, the shoulders, before cutting out the collar. So I'll make a separate video on how to cut out the collar and the shorts. This video is long already, it's too long, so I'll just make a separate video on how to cut it instead of joining everything together. I'll just make a separate video. I have a video on how to cut a short already, so I'll just upload it, and that is it for the sleeve. Just cut another sleeve. I cut the second sleeve. So I have both sleeves here. You open it up, make sure they are facing each other, like the right part and the right part will face each other. Then I'll just trim out the front armhole, and that's it.